are you guys doing? It's Friday again. Look how consistent I am with these 5-Minute Fridays. So for us, school starts on Monday, and I thought today might be a really good day to talk about doing it scared. And what I mean by that is like doing something that you absolutely would love to do, but are just too terrified to take the first step. And along with school starting on Monday and being completely distance learning, it's mandatory in our county to do that. I'm also going to be launching the podcast. So I think I told you guys a few weeks ago that I hired a sound engineer, and he and I have been working together, and I really like the way things sound. So I have no excuse to not launch the podcast other than I'm terrified. I am, of course, afraid it's not going to be good. I'm afraid people aren't going to tune in, or it's not going to resonate. And all of those thoughts are kind of, I won't even say they're in the back of my head. They're kind of at the forefront, and I'm really scared. I'm really scared. So I thought, let's just talk about being scared. And I want to have this conversation with you guys as much as I want to have it with myself. So I think what we need to remember when there's something we really want to do, but we're being held back by our fear, is that you've done things scared before. And if you're a mom, you 100% know that's true. Before you have your first baby, you have no idea what you're doing. I mean, you have your first kid and you're like, what now? Like nobody tells you how to handle every specific situation, and you have to figure that stuff out, right? And that's terrifying. It really is terrifying being a mom. I think every stage of my children's development is terrifying because it's a stage I've never experienced before, and something I don't necessarily know how to handle, but I do it scared. I don't have a choice, I'm their mom. And even if you're not a mom, you certainly have done things scared before. So let's take work, for instance. For me, thinking back to my days practicing at a really large international law firm as a commercial litigator, that meant I had to go to court. And the first time I went to court by myself and I had to argue in front of a judge, I was so scared. But I had to do it. It was my job, right? For those of you who are teachers, you may be very experienced teachers, but whether you've already started or you're still, waiting to start maybe next week or in September, you are either teaching in the classroom, you're teaching socially distanced through Google Meets or something like that, or you're doing some kind of hybrid. Either way, it's a different world, it's a different situation, and a way you've never taught before. So that's probably scary. Like I had a meet the teacher, two meet the teachers this morning on Google Meets, and I was thinking the whole time, gosh, I'm glad that I don't have to do this. It seems scary, but again, it's your job. You said you were going to do it. You're committed to doing it, so you're going to do it scared. And I think when we think about it that way, like I've done this before. I've done things scared before, and I was okay. I made it through. It makes it easier to start something new. So that's the first thing. The second thing that helps us to do things scared, I think, is remembering the power of momentum. So you have more power once you start, right? So if you think about even just physical activity, I've given this example before. I was kayaking with my daughter, and of course I'm the one rowing. She's not rowing, but so she's sitting in front of me. We're in one kayak. My husband and my son are in another kayak, and she and I just stopped for a second just to look at the view. And while we stopped, by the time we were ready to catch up to my husband and my son, I had to straighten the kayak because we had gone like this. And to start back up again was so difficult. But once we were going, if I wanted to change directions, it was easy. And it's the same thing in life. So once you start doing something, even if you figure out once you've started that you're kind of veering to the left, but you should be going straight, it's a lot easier to change direction once you're moving than it is to go from a dead stop to a start. So just start. So that's the thing with me right now, like doing it scared. I need to just start. I just need to launch the podcast. I've already recorded the episodes and just see how it goes. And if it turns out that I need to change direction, it's going to be a lot easier because I've already started. So that's how I'm doing it scared. I want to hear what you guys are doing. I want to know if you knew you could not fail and fear could not hold you back, what would you do? Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Can't wait to hear from you.